Hello everyone and welcome back to another TSR track guide. Today we're in Russia. It's Sochi calling and very iconic track to be honest with driving through the Olympic Park is what we're doing here. 18 corners, 2 DRS zones, many 90-degree corners. We will come to that. And some elevation changes we have on this circuit like you saw right there. But without further ado, I would say we jump straight on board with Marvin, who provided this lap today. And coming to a very crucial corner just to start your lap even is this final one, because you will be a bit more cautious than you are when you're actually on your lap, just to straighten the car, getting the power down, and just being on the power as early as possible, and just putting as much throttle in as you can, as soon as you can. And we will see that bit cautious, second gear, third gear, and now early on the throttle, starting your lap, going to the right, and now through turn 1, opening the DRS there, now through turn 1, and now letting your car go to the left, and we will see at around 100 meters, just before the 100 meter board, is where you want to brake for this right-hander. Maybe your best overtaking opportunity on the circuit it is, with the slipstream being a bit more powerful on the second gear straight. But just before the 100 meter board, you want to brake like 110, 115 meters before this right-hander. It closes up at the exit, so that's why you have to brake down or decelerate a bit more than you would do on a typical like right-hander. So we will see taking a lot of curb on the right-hand side there, third gear, and there you can see normally you would expect just the car to go like to the straight through, but in this part of the circuit, you just have the third turn basically just being in the way. And you don't want to overstep the mark on the right hand side here. You don't want to overstep the mark on the left hand side, because you will see Marvin's car or the Mercedes will go far to the left, and you have to be really careful, which we can see here, that you don't overstep the mark and just actually cut the corner there. So you could invalidate your lap here already, and that's pretty early on in the lap. We can see 16 seconds we're in right now. So be careful here. Now for this next left-hander, you want to stick as far to the left as you can, and we will see by Marvin's steering input that he tries to stay on the curb. Normally the racing line would just show you have to be as far to the right as possible right now and just take a lot more speed through the corner, but it is faster if you just stick with the curb. So we can see by the steering input Marvin is putting in here, very difficult. And now just when the shadow ends basically is where you want to brake for this right-hander, which is a 90-degree corner. So that's basically where you want to brake for this right-hander. Not touching the curb there as much as you would expect maybe. Going down to third gear, quickly up to fourth, very close to invalidation here was Marvin. And that's basically the first sector done. And now, coming to this right-hander, no real indication of where you want to brake for this right-hander, but another 90-degree right-hander, so like 70 meters is where you want to brake, basically for this corner. Just getting some practice in and just remembering all the braking points. There are no real indicators on several occasions on this track, so you have to be really careful, and you have to practice. So down to third gear, clipping the apex up to fourth, and now quick right-hander, not really a corner, and now into the next one, which is also very tricky one. Also not really an indicator where you want to brake. Also depends, if you're in the race, you want to take that corner a bit more cautious, because you could either cut on the inside or just extend on the outside. So Marvin, as we're in time trial, attacks this corner pretty heavily. and goes through there as quickly as possible. So clipping the inside curb, you will see that. Yeah, close to invalidation once again is Marvin, and yeah, but not getting one. So 100% on the limit is he, and now not going too far to the left. Actually, upshifting to fifth gear just to stabilize the car, not losing the rear end, and we will see that for the next corner, which is yeah also pretty difficult as yeah, basically as the shadow of the tree ends is where you want to brake for this left-hander, and also you want to attack the inside curb there. Take a lot of speed through there. Fifth gear, you can see, and now going far to the right, and now quickly over to the left once again, and yeah, the DRS detection zone, basically the line for that, is your braking point for this right-hander, which is crucial because that will lead to the second DRS straight and possibly also a very, very good overtaking opportunity or just to get a bit closer to your rival. So not hitting the best apex there is Marvin. You could hit that a bit more just to yeah, take a bit more speed through the corner and a bit more speed onto the straight. So he's losing time a bit. Now opening up the DRS there and now running down the straight. The slipstream really, really powerful on this straight. And now, yeah, similar a bit to what we saw in Singapore, but a bit slower there and a bit faster here. We can see 314 kilometers per hour. Around 120, 125 meters is where I want to brake, but still some steering input here from Marvin, so you have to be really careful, and also maybe a good overtaking opportunity, but you have to be really, really careful not to hit your opponent because there's a bridge basically coming or a short tunnel, and you can't go too wide because that corner also tightens up at the exit. We will see that here. So second gear for the extra rotation, now going to the right a bit, but not too much. So in the middle part of the shadow, basically, you want to turn already for this next left-hander. And also very, very tricky traction zone. We will see Marvin not putting, yeah, only slightly on the throttle at the moment. So now quickly up to fourth, not even revving at all, but just to stabilize your car, because on that occasion, on that corner, it's pretty easy to just lose the back end and have a heap of oversteer coming out of this corner. So quickly up to fourth gear just to avoid yeah, losing your back end. Now up to fifth, up to sixth, and again, a very blind corner and a very, very blind braking point, basically. You don't really have the indication of where you want to brake at this corner. So also a lot of practice going in, and yeah, just to get the feeling, because like I said, it's a blind corner. You don't really see the apex on the left hand side. It is a left hander. There are only 90-degree corners now following. Yeah, getting a bit of dirty air in the final sector here, but yeah, you have to be close here. And now Marvin doing a best job he can. Third gear as close to the curb on the left hand side as possible, not hitting it because that could also yeah, let your car go wild either to the right or to the left. So you want to avoid that, and now staying as close to the left or as far to the left as possible. And now yeah, directly changing to the right hand side and making this right hander taking as much speed through there, lifting there, and now full throttle input for Marvin, fourth gear, fifth gear to stabilize the car once again. And now yeah, the pit entry on the right hand side, and also not really an indication of where you want to brake for this penultimate corner. Another 90-degree corner, but also a very, very crucial one, just to yeah, not to be too far to the left, because that might result in you hitting the wall there, but still taking as much apex on the left hand side to go through there. Third gear, quickly up to fourth, just to stabilize the car once again. And now we will see basically the comparison. No real breaking point either on this occasion. Like 20 meters, 15 meters before the shadow starts from the bridge. That's where you want to brake basically. And now attacking it a whole lot more. Second gear, being as close to the bollard as possible, and really pushing the limits here is Marvin. Now coming over the line, it's a 29.099, and that's good enough for P2 on the leaderboards. There you can see the setup Marvin used for this run. That's it for me. Yeah, happy holidays, and I'll catch you next time when the TSR will head to Japan. See you then.